So now, what then causes the difference? Why would some band A get what a band A is supposed to get, but other band A's don't get it?
You see, truly, you know that the union fought against this segregation, as you have just rightly said. A situation where some persons turned more Nigerians than the others. How do you know that putting me in Bank A, that I have the ability to pay for 24 hours power supply, and the person that is in Bank E, B, or C doesn't have the ability to pay? But again, so many things have been attributed. Whatever that happens now, people say, grid has collapsed, grid that everybody have turned engineers and defining the collapse of a grid. Even DisCos are the first to come up to tell you, look, grid have collapsed. And many a times, you see, why we don't have a grid, it's not only grid collapse that determine an effective supply. Even when you have grid on, there are still some systems, some DisCos, some feeders that are not strong enough to even wheel out to the 22-hour supply that's supposed to be given to such a bank. Would that also be attributed to TCN or to generation station? No. The DisCos have more to do to make sure that their lines are strengthened, to make sure that their lines have the capacity to even sustain energy for 20 hours.
So are you saying that, with what you said now, are you saying that some of those band A people that do not get what they should get, or band B people, it's basically because for the DisCos, their feeders isn't strong enough to give what it should give?
Of course, and that is why they debank. When the NEC noticed, or when people complain, look, we're in Bank A, and we've not been getting NEC will reduce that bank from A to B or C according to the available energy.
If that is the case, that means they don't reduce us, go D, be that.
Maybe you have been the bank.
That's what I would have, because I'm telling you, if what you're saying is true, and truthfully, most of the times I try to find out from the PhD what's happening. What I hear is feeder issues, we're working on it. So it then aligns with what you're saying now, which would mean that, well, perhaps we've been brought down to band D or C. Yeah. Because we normally, the NTA is in band A and B, majority of it. So you are looking at least 15 hours, at least, of power supply. But it doesn't seem to be the case now.
The segregation of these banks are putting DisCos and TCN in loggerhead, because a situation where or if there is no supply, DisCo will blame TCN, and TCN will say, no, it's not our fault, it's your fault, and that. So it keeps consumers more confused. But I think we believe that these bank issues are being tackled headlong, and many other issues that affect distribution and transmission of energy to the populace. That is in a bond distinct with the union and the federal government as we speak. And we believe that from early next year, we are going to be getting a better result on how all these things will be handled.
But is it not also unlawful that I come in as band A, and for whatever reasons you people have internally, without me even knowing, you remove me to band D or band C, and I'm not aware, I don't know. I'm still in my head, I've been on band A.
Well, what put you in the band that you are is the ability of the feeder to withhold or to supply or to transmit such an energy. If you have a feeder that cannot sustain 20 hours supply, of course, you did not bargain before you are banked. You woke up and you were told that, okay, you are under bank A.
So it means you can wake up and
so
you are
can
told
also
that...
wake up and they tell you that, look, this thing is not sustainable anymore, so we are putting you to
So
D.
they don't owe us the responsibility of making sure that the feeders are standard and effective.
That is where we are having issues, and you know that it has been a very, very popular discourse now in everywhere about the ability of the DisCos, which I also frown at. The people that we gave, or government gave this contract to rule, to run our energy system, what is their qualification? What is their enablement? What strength do they have?